Now, China's 125% tariffs on U.S. goods kicked in over the weekend after the White House imposed duties of 145% on Chinese imports. But Beijing also indicating that this would be the last time it matched the U.S. levies, calling President Trump's tariff strategy a joke, its words. China is now looking to consolidate its ties with other trading partners. President Xi Jinping is going to start a three-nation tour of Southeast Asia today, heading to Vietnam first before visiting Malaysia and Cambodia. But the Trump administration did soften its stance a little bit on Friday, exempting smartphones, PCs, and consumer electronics from the crippling tariffs, even if they are imported from China. So, at least initially, that gave Apple and Nvidia stock a boost on Friday. But here's the but and the rub. Shortly after that, President Trump warned that the reprieve would be temporary. This is on his social media post on Sunday. Truth Social suggesting that tariffs on the tech products would likely fall under a separate category. So, Sherry Kang, I mean, this is really interesting, right? A little bit of give from the Trump administration. China says, look, 125, that's as much as we'll go. You do whatever you want. I'm getting on a plane and visiting my friends in Vietnam and Cambodia and also Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Trump was definitely watching the headlines coming out of after, of course, a Friday. And it could look like he is blinking once again. It could look like he is pivoting, softening his stance on tariffs on China. And he doesn't want that, obviously, because he doesn't want the pressure to come off. It makes sense because he is in this negotiating mode, at least with the rest of the world and not with China necessarily. But at the same time, just going back to that exception or exemption on some of the tech areas, he is mindful of consumer impact. He is thinking about market impact. So I think that is the biggest takeaway of Friday announcement of quote-unquote exceptions.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the U.S. and China are anywhere near getting ready for talks, right? And this is the problem. I think part of it at least is this sort of formatting, right? The White House and the Trump administration, they're pushing for, look, I want to call with Xi, make it happen. I want to call with Xi. The Chinese side is saying, look, before you even get to that phone call, much less a face-to-face summit with our president, our sub-leader level minions or officials, they need to meet and hash things out so that there's some sort of deal in place, because I think the greatest fear that China has is they saw what happened in the Oval Office with Trump and Zelensky. I mean, that's at this stage, that's the last thing they want to see on TV, right?